Sometimes the hardest thing to do isn't holding on, it's actually letting go. Hi, my name is Dana, and as I promised, here's a video on how to let go. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope I can help you in some way. So, the hardest thing isn't holding on, it's letting go. We hold on to people, to memories, to expectations, even when they hurt us, especially when they hurt us. Not because we're weak, we hold on because we care so much and we hoped and prayed and manifested that things would turn out differently. And they didn't. Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about accepting that not everything is meant to stay. And that's okay. Can you really imagine if everything you ever had going on in your life stayed? I'm sorry, but that's a bit too busy for me. I'm glad some things left. It sucked when it was time for it to go. I never felt like I was ready. And I mean, you're never really ready for anything to just abruptly leave you, you know? But later down the road, we'll all come to realize at some point that, yeah, it was time, and yeah, that needed to go for us to learn and for us to evolve into the people that we are today. And in order to do that, in order to start that process of letting go, I have 4 steps. Just 4. But they are intense. So I hope you're ready because we're going to get into it. And have an open mind here with me, okay? But step 1, we need to accept reality. You can't heal from something you're still denying. You can't heal from something that in your brain, through mental gymnastics, that you think don't exist, right? We need to accept, hey, this thing happened. I reacted this way, the other person or situation or whatever, that reacted in its own way. What do I do now? What have I learned? How is this serving me? You're gonna hear that question quite a bit throughout this series because I really want you to reflect on how this situation, this action, this way of thinking is serving you. I am bringing it to you like this because this is how I have started thinking about my own shortcomings and my own flaws or ways of thinking that I don't particularly like or truly resonate with, that I don't want to carry on. So every time I have that feeling, I ask myself, how is this serving me? So put that one in your back pocket. Save it for later. But yes, we have to accept reality. If you're constantly replaying what if scenarios, and you're constantly replaying arguments, then you're not letting it go. You're not accepting the reality yet. And we need to do that first, because that's how we really start to bring ourselves to the present and stop living in the past, right? And in order to do that, really do that, we need to feel it fully, which is step 2. Avoiding pain doesn't remove it, it just delays it. I cannot tell you how much pain and suffering I was carrying on my back up until my body literally told me that I can't carry this anymore. I don't want you to get to that point. I don't want you to get to the point where you're having a panic attack for the first time in the shower. I don't want you to have to worry about your past anymore, right? I don't want your body having to give you an indicator as to like, hey, we have some stuff to deal with. So for me, my indicator was I was just very angry. I was angry with myself. I was angry at my partner at the time. I was angry with my kids. I had a very, very short fuse. And when I started looking at it, I realized I'm just very triggered right now, because a lot is being asked of me and I can't give it in the way that I want to give it, because all narratives are stuck in my head from when I was in an abusive relationship. I realized, like, yes, I did some inner work, and yes, I pictured myself as, an 18, 19-year-old Dana, and I imagined her and I sat with her and I told her, I forgive you. I forgive you for making these decisions. I forgive you for being scared. I forgive you. And honestly, I thought that was it. I thought, yeah, I did the work. I forgave myself. Oh no. Oh my gosh, no. That is just the tip of the iceberg. Because I can tell you now, as much as I've done the work, what was said to me constantly over that 5-year period has unfortunately cemented itself into my brain, where I still have to tell myself, you're not worthless. Because I was told I was worthless all the time. I was told I was worth less than the dirt under dog shit. I was told quite a lot. I was told that I am difficult to love. Nobody would really love me. Nobody would choose me. I was told that I'm too skinny. I was told that my body constantly needed work. So there's a lot in my brain that I'm having to rewire, and it's tough. I've accepted that these things happened. I think I've allowed myself to feel it fully, but now I'm doubting that. I think I actually need to go back and feel it again, and then I'll be able to go on to this next step, which is to stop rewriting the past. Closure doesn't come from others. It comes from you. Only you can give you the peace you need. Only you can give yourself the hype, the boost, anything. Only it all comes from within you. And I need you to think of any scenario, really and truly. Because this is step 3, rewriting the past. Don't stop rewriting the past. I need you to think of any scenario where you were able to just walk away or say no. You know, maybe it was somebody got your order wrong and you were able to be like, excuse, this is not right. What made you feel okay with that? If something simple, yeah, but if you're not one to really speak up for yourself all the time, that was a big deal. What made you okay with that? What made you okay to leave that relationship? What made you okay to lock off that person, to block them, to delete them without another conversation? What made you feel okay when you decided to switch careers or quit that job where the boss sucked? What was that made you feel okay? And what is it that made you feel okay? And what is it that didn't bother you? What is it you left? Do you ever think about it? Well, stop that. It's in the past. Leave it alone. I'm just kidding. We dealing with it. We dealing with it. Like for me, when I finally got to a decision that yeah, it's time for me to go. This no longer serves me. This no longer brings me joy. This no longer brings me happiness. I came to that always on my own, and it was a pattern I noticed in myself. I noticed that I would love and serve and give and be so compassionate and considerate and understanding and try again. And I would do that just because that's just how I am, and that's how I was in a relationship, and I was a huge people pleaser. But it also loving that way so hard and so fully, it gave me peace in knowing that if or when I choose to walk away, I'll be okay with that decision because I know I gave it my absolute all. And back then it took a lot for me to walk away. Now your girl has boundaries. You're not gonna get to cross it twice, you know? No. First time, maybe, but if you cross it again, it's a choice. And that's not on me, that's on you, because I explained myself and I know I communicated. So, understand that when you accept the reality of what happened, when you feel it fully, when you stop rewriting the past, this is all acceptance. And when you finally have this acceptance and you realize you can't really go back and change anything, that this way of hurting yourself You're reopening a wound that's trying to close every time you do this to yourself, every time you walk down that path. Why? Why are you making a home in your pain? Why are you choosing chaos? Don't let your pain become your identity. Please. And the last step in learning to let go would be redirecting your energy. Every time, and I really mean this, and I really want this one to sink in because this is the most important. Every time you go back, you start to go down that path of remembering and the what ifs, I want you to gently bring yourself forward. Gently bring yourself to the present. That could be journaling. That could be going for a walk. That could be breathing exercises. That could be just playing a song that you really love. It could be so many things. You could get up and dance just to like shake off that memory or that feeling or that way, that familiar road of thinking. Shake it off and start again. How is this line of thinking serving you? What are you benefiting from this? How are you becoming the person you want to be by thinking of this? What would the best version of yourself do in this situation? Think about that. Have those questions play on a loop in your head when you find yourself jumping into quicksand again. Yeah. And you have to remember, when you let go, you're making room for bigger and better things, right? Like your wildest dreams times 10. The universe is not on a budget, my darling. How awesome is that? I want you, if you feel okay and if it's safe to do so, I want you to visualize with me a path. This path is the path of your life. And as you're going through this path, I want you to hold in your hands everything that you're carrying that you wish to let go. What does it feel like? What shape does it take? Is it heavy? How heavy? Are you struggling to carry it? Are you dragging it on the floor? Or is it just a tiresome walk with something heavy? Now I want you to imagine that you are looking at all that you are carrying. And I want you to imagine that it's slowly starting to fade away. Does it chip off piece by piece? Does it turn to ash and fall to the floor? Or do you put it down gently? The choice is yours. I would like you to get rid of it. And take one step away from what you just put down. And another step. And another. I want you to keep your head forward. And I want you to focus on what you are feeling right now that you've put this down, this weight. What do you feel like? What does it feel like? Really feel it. When you're ready, open your eyes or simply come back here with me. I hope you were able to put some of it down. And I want to leave you with this message. Letting go isn't a single moment. It's a decision you make again and again and again until one day it doesn't hurt anymore. And with that, thank you. If you made it this far, I hope I give you some steps to help you let go of whatever it is you're carrying. I hope you feel a little bit lighter. I hope you remember to accept reality, feel it fully, stop rewriting the past, and redirect your energy. This is hard work, and give yourself some grace. And know that no matter what, I am rooting for you. Know that no matter what, you are loved, you are cherished, you are worthy, you are supported, and you deserve the best that you can imagine, times 10. And with that, thank you. I'm Dana Frost. Can you like, share, subscribe, do the things? And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!